Successful lions out there. I'm back. What's good with y'all, man? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's been a few weeks, I guess, since I last checked in. But I told you guys I'm only coming when it's needed. I'm not about to flood you guys' timeline with story and story and story and story. I like to come back when my mind is fulfilled on a subject and I could just speak to you guys fluently. I don't need no script. I don't need nothing. I just come with you guys off the knowledge that I've obtained. You know what I mean? So I'm back. Must I say looking better than ever? You know what I'm saying? I hope, you guys, had a good holiday. I'm not biased to the holiday. I just know from knowledge what it stands for. And, and for those who it's been a ritual just to get together with family and eat and all that stuff, man. I salute you guys. Sometimes people don't have a whole lot of time to meet up and stuff like that. But I feel when you have the knowledge of knowing on that day it was basically a massacre, and we can pick different days to get up and be with family. You know what I mean? So, but salute to the people who do celebrate for those reasons and want to get up with their family, and it's become a ritual. You know what I mean? But sometimes when you have the knowledge, you got to break out of those rituals and traditions and realize what it really stands for, man. You got to stand for something, all that Black Friday stuff, people got to do the research about that, et cetera, man. We could go down the list of holidays, man. But, I don't knock nobody for doing what they do. That's fine. But you see me, man. That day, that so-called day, man, a lot of people, especially of color, it's a known fact, man, dying, heart attacks and high blood pressure and diabetes went even higher because they're eating all this stuff. But, that's why I come with my channel to offset that base, man, of, eating unhealthy, man, doing unhealthy things, and stuff like that. One of my last videos was to quit smoking, and I hope people take heed. And it was a powerful message from someone. I don't have it pulled up right now, but I vaguely remember that they said their brother or sister died of cancer and stuff like that, and that's what made them quit, and I hope anybody out there don't have to go through that tragedy of someone dying for them to order to quit, man. Hopefully my messages are enough that all it takes is one person. I hope one person quit, and eat healthy, man. Eat healthy, man. This is breakfast for me. This is breakfast. See this? I'm 170 pound lean man. I don't need a whole bunch of stuff for my breakfast. This is breakfast, all right? Until about 1 o'clock, I'll eat something, a salad or something like that, or some more fruit. And then tonight, 6 or so, I'll eat a fulfilling meal, a hot meal, So I plan on eating some broccoli, mixed vegetables, carrots, some beans, and sweet potato, and maybe a little quinoa. That's the substitute for rice. A little bit of that, and I'm Gucci till tomorrow, So let's get to today's subject. Today's subject, man, I've been holding back for a little while. I should be on like number 7 right now. But Cemetery of Dead Rappers Part 3. If you guys see what's going on, I'm just gonna go down the list of rappers 2022 that died tragically and out the blue. Okay, let's get it. So, like I tell people that don't know, I used to be in entertainment, used to be a rapper, a musician, but God opened my eyes at a time where I was kind of in the middle, really lukewarm, really wanted to see this through with the Lord, and he was calling me and calling me and calling me, and at one point he just told me to choose. So I choose the Lord. I was very talented, still am talented at what I do, and anything I put my mind to, I can do. Very talented. Did a lot of stuff, and you can look it up, man. You know, I did a lot of stuff locally, you know, and I was on my way, but God called me home, man, and I listened, and my life has been glorious, to say the least, ever since giving up that entertainment, you know what I mean? So we could be reading one of my names right now, you know what I mean? Because I felt at that time music was just changing, the climate was just changing. There was so much. People hate if you're getting spins on the radio. People hate if you're doing more than them. You know, people will smile on your back, smile on your face, stab you in the back, man. These are like your friends, man. Like they're hypnotized with hatred, like the famous Boosie line from that he did on Vlad, man. People are hypnotized with hatred, and most of the time, you will die in your own city. You will die in your own state by the hands of someone who once knew you, or it could be your best friend that knew you, or it could be a woman that you don't deal with that set you up. And it's just a multiple things that, you know what, I said, you guys had that, man. I don't see, music is not the way for me to make my million. You know, there's several different ways I can make my million without feeling that I've brought other so-called people of color that look like me down to the pit with me. You know what I mean? That you know, I listen to a lot of motivational hip hop, but all that killing and drug dealing and all that stuff, man, I just try to stay away from it. And that just seems like that's where hip hop is right now, that drill rap. So I'm hoping it changes, but even if you're not drill rapping, there's people in your area that are drill rapping and want your spot, and they'll take it by death. All right, so we're gonna go with number 1. This is not in any order, but as it goes on, you'll see. We'll see. I try to go in order, starting from January. So there's a rapper called Jay Stash that died, and he died. I remember this vaguely, but I wrote some notes. He was a murder-suicide. He killed himself after killing his girlfriend in front of her kids. All right, this is the music biz, okay? Then we got Wavy Navy Pooh. I remember him. He was down with Quality Control. And I watched a few of his videos, but he was like that typical drill rapper, trap rapper. He was down with Quality Control. He had beef with a local rival that stemmed before he even got into rap. So imagine how it intensified after he started getting more money. So more money means more weapons, more soldiers, more liabilities, more casualties, okay? And I remember he stuck out because he had got shot like weeks after signing, but he survived that, okay? Which sometimes that gets to people's head and they think they're the Terminator and they turn up even more. So he died in January as well from a drive-by shooting while his 2 kids was in the car. Car was riddled with bullets. You know, God saved those kids. You know, I hope they, you know, take heed from this and do something different with their lives. Don't try to be Wavy Navy Pool Jr., you know. Go to school, become an engineer, do construction, do IT, you know, or whatever it is, man. Make you guys a bag, okay? We got T. Wu, who died in February. And T. Wu was the guy who always dancing and doing the woo walk and Pop Smoke's videos. He was one of Pop Smoke's best friends. Fabio Foreign's videos doing the woo walk or however you do it. He died in Brooklyn from gunshot wounds, okay? Snooty Wild. Everybody kind of remember him. He had a few hits. He had about a career of 10 years or so, maybe. He died from a gunshot wound to the neck in February. Then you got the great DJ K. Slay. From what I see from his interviews, real dude. He loved to see the underdog win. He died in April from COVID symptoms after a 4-month battle, man. You know, so I threw him in there because of the health aspect, man, that we got to do better, man. We could all tell DJ K. Slay was way overweight. I saw him on different interviews eating garbage, man. All right? Drinking that brown, that Henny, that whatever. I always used to see him. Okay, so, and he looked pretty young, man. He doesn't look, you know, he should still be here with us. That's my main point. Okay, we got to take care of ourselves, man. From our mind, our body to our soul, we got to take care of ourselves. It's all one. We can't just take care of the mind and let the rest fall. The mind will fall eventually. We can't just take care of our spirit and then the body and the mind is not in there. Okay, we can't just take care of the body and the mind and spirit's not in it. You're gonna fall. You gotta take care of all of it, man. Okay, and that's what I learned on my journey. You gotta take care of all of it. You can't just do lukewarm hopscotch in different areas. You gotta take care of all of it, okay? We got Little Keed, who died in May. Died from heart failure, and you might remember him because he was the topic of why was he free when all the YSL members, Young Thug, Gunna, etc., was locked up. He was a member on the West Coast. Okay, he died of heart failure, and people saying it's due to lean. You know, people saying it's due to lean. All right, lean is pretty much liquid heroin. All right, sipping on that scissor, people tell me it's due to lean, so that's why I threw him in there. All right, he was very young. I think he was 22, 23, man. Come on, man. Come on, we got to do better, man, and that's what I'm saying about this music. I'm not saying people wouldn't die tragically and stuff like that if it wasn't for the music, but these are the people our youngins and even older heads look up to. So they think it's cool, and it's not, okay? Then you got, in June, we got Trouble. Everybody knows what happened to Trouble. Trouble was a Atlanta-based rapper, had a career maybe 15 years or so. Pretty much on the underground. I think his record label was Duct Tape. There was in a lot of beef back in the day with certain artists and stuff like that. But he survived all that just to get shot by a jealous boyfriend because he was in the boyfriend's old home that he shared with the woman. And I did like a little monologue about this. That's why semen retention comes into play. You know, thinking with your head upstairs, not with your head down there, man. You know, and that's why I threw him in there to tell people it's all different factions of different stuff that I'm telling you guys. If you walk in the path of the Lord, a lot of this stuff would be eliminated. You know, I'm not saying when it's your time, but a lot of this stuff would be eliminated if you're walking the righteous path of the Lord, you know. And I'm not saying that wasn't his girlfriend. That was just a shorty he knew and went to her house and was caught slipping. He was caught slipping, which happens so more often than we know. He's just the face of it because he's a celebrity. That's what I'm saying. A lot of other men are going through the same stuff. They might go to a woman's house and the woman might set them up, or their ex-boyfriend or boyfriend is lurking, might have an old key, and he gets in the house, and then boom, you're getting beat up, or you have to defend yourself, and then you're gonna go to jail. What if Trouble defended himself? He would be in jail right now. Okay, luckily they caught the dude. He's locked up. You know, you can't just go around being jealous. You know what I mean? But it happens, man. It happens, not just in this situation. There's men out here sleeping with other men's wives, you know, and how other men's babies' mothers, and thinking that that's cool when you know they still talking to the guy, and thinking that's cool, man. It's not cool. Let her be done with the relationship totally, that you know is over with. If you don't know it's over with and you gotta question anything, don't go to it, all right? Then you got the dude Gunu, who died from gunshot wounds, and he also went viral because you remember this, guys. His family, I guess it was one of his family members or his mother that decided to pretty much put stuffing in him so he had his funeral at a strip club or a club. You remember this? He looked alive, but he wasn't. It was just him and like stuffing. They had him in the VIP on top of the couch, which is crazy. You remember that? He died of gunshot wounds, okay, because he was beefing. All right, then you got Jada Youngin. Everybody remember Jada Youngin. He died from several gunshot wounds, and if you look at him, he ain't nothing but 110 pounds, 120 pounds, maybe. You know, he died of a slew of gunshot wounds right outside his home. And when they caught him, he was getting out the car with his father too, and his father caught like 2 or 3 shots, but luckily his father survived. But that's what I'm saying. Even your beef can turn into your family's beef, because whatever you do is gonna come looking for you. So your actions can turn right around whoever you might be in the car with, like what was his name? Wavy Navy Pool. His kids could have been gone because of something that he did. Luckily, those bullets, you know, missed his kids, but I think like over 30 shots hit that car. So God, you don't think God's real? God was looking out for them kids, them innocent kids that had nothing to do with this. So all you people that say, oh, God take innocent kids, there ain't no God. When it's your time, it's your time. Sometimes God works in mysterious ways, and you gotta let him do his thing. And when we all perish, we'll figure out what his thing is all about. But for right now, we can't question God, you know? But Jada Youngin, yeah, his father got hit with a couple shots. And I believe that case is still unsolved. Caught him right at his house. Caught him right at his house, man. Because he should have been going out his neighborhood, but the reason why he wasn't, from what I understand, is because he was on an ankle monitor and had to stay locally because he's getting into different stuff. He was on the ankle monitor because of gun and drug possession. You see what I mean? So you see how this rap is a trap, you know? So then you got FBG Cash. Everybody knows FBG Cash from, you know, FBG Duck and all that. He used to hang out with FBG Duck and all them. But he died from gunshot wounds while sitting in his car in Chicago. He thought he was smooth criminal. He used to call himself, sliding through a block that he normally goes. People got the drop on him and shot him like 10 times or something like that. And it's online. I don't know how they get these pictures, but these videos, but he's online, laid out. All right. Then you got Nadia Osama. This went viral as well. A little kid, man, maybe 100 pounds. He's a 15-year-old teenager from New York. I think he's from the Bronx or Brooklyn. He died on that subway platform. Remember, he got into an argument with another rival rapper, and the other guy wasn't playing with him. And instead of fighting him, he stabbed him, and he died right there on the platform, the subway platform. Imagine just you 15 years old and your last breath is on the gritty, pissy, stink subway. Like let me perish on the beach. Let me go out while I'm on a cruise to the St. Thomas. Let me take my last breath in Hawaii in the mountains, Costa Rica overlooking the view. He passed away on a gritty, pissy New York subway platform, and we all know what that smells like. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. It's a horrible way to go out. All right, then you got another stabber, man, you know, Pat Stay, which was an honorable battle rapper, man. And I have to say, one of my favorite battle rappers. One of my favorite battle rappers, man, you know. He wasn't really into the gun bars and stuff like that. He just used your personal stuff and really, like, he cracked jokes to the point where he made his competition fold, man. The audience got into it, man. He was one of my favorite battle rappers, man. I wish he would have did more. But even him, he died. Got into an argument, and the guy ended up stabbing him. He died. You know, R.I.P. Pat Stay. Man, one of my favorites, man. Then you got, now in September, you know, all those other ones was through the summer. Now you got September, PNB Rock. Everybody heard about what happened. He was with his lady. It's unconfirmed if he was with his daughter or not, but everybody knows he was with his lady. But I think he was with his young daughter too. And Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, pulling up in that big toy Mercedes, $150,000 car, sitting outside of Roscoe's in LA, man, in a horrible neighborhood. So it all coming out now that they watched him go in. Like, I'm light. I'm way light than him. He's $150,000 in jewelry, and I don't know how much money in his pocket or whatever. And they sit down, enjoying their meal. I think he was about to catch a flight. That's why he was in that particular Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And a young boy came in and told him to give it up. He wasn't budging, so he shot him multiple times, man. He didn't want to give it up multiple times. And then come to find out, the young boy robbed his girlfriend as well. told her to give it up. She gave it up. And come to find out, it was a mother, a father, and a son who put all this together. The mother was the watch out or whatever, and the father was the getaway driver, and the son was the killer. So they're all locked up right now. But it's a sad way to go out, especially knowing his story of jail and I think some foster home time and being homeless. I mean, just a sad thing for him. All right. R.I.P. P&B Rock. He was really going to shake up the game. I watched a few of his interviews before that on academics, and he was kind of like, I wouldn't say, he was kind of braggadocious that nothing could happen to him, like he was untouchable, which is sad because a couple weeks later this happened. You know, sometimes you gotta be careful what you put out in the air, stuff like that, man. You know, these rappers, they're more rich than us, but they're not too far gone from us, man. They, you know, if you work a legal job and you're making $250 a year, that's pretty much what these rappers are making, man. I mean, I hate to tell you, but that's what they're making. So is your life worth that? Or can you figure out some entrepreneurship that can get you a bag like that? You know, can you? You know, that's something you got to figure out. Or you just gonna waste your life being in this atmosphere, this club atmosphere, this death atmosphere, this drug atmosphere, this fast life atmosphere, instead of getting that slow money. Get that slow bag, let it stack up to the ceiling, man, you know, and the rest is history, man, and live your life, you know. So then we got Desto, which a Memphis female rapper. It's all coming out now that she died from gunshot wounds. She was in like a Porsche or something in Houston. She died from a robbery going bad, but we also know now that her father was linked to the Young Dolph murder. They're saying he's the one who put up the bag, or he got the bag from someone else. We don't know who, but it's all gonna come out, man. This is a big story, man. To take out Dolph right now, it's already 5 people involved. How many others you think got their hand in it? You know, and it's a sad thing, man, that look how powerful Dolph was. You need 5 different people or more to set up his downfall. You know, he was in town. He was in town giving out turkeys. Giving out turkeys, man, to his peoples, man, in his neighborhood, and he'd get gunned down right around the corner, trying to get some cookies. You can't get, being a rapper, you can't get no cookies. P&B Rock, you can't get no chicken and waffles. FBG Cash, you can't just drive around anymore. You know, Wavy Navy Pooh, I believe he was coming from an outing with his kids. You can't, you're putting yourself in harm's way. You're not, it's like death carried on you. It doesn't matter how good you do, death is on you, man, because of your lyrics and the lifestyle that you're around. Unfortunately. All right, but Desto, she was a female rapper. That's what I'm saying. It's not contempt just to the male rappers. It's gonna hit the females too. It's gonna hit the females too. All right. Then you got Coolio. Everybody know Coolio. All right. He died from a heart attack. People saying it's an overdose covered up. He was young, man. He was young. Always on tour, doing his, 4 or 5 hits. Always on tour year round, making his money. And they say he died from a heart attack. Our friend said he went to the bathroom. Then after like 20 minutes, he knocked on the door. He didn't hear nothing. So, he broke down the door, just seen him laid out. So, could be an overdose going wrong or whatever these people are taking, man. That's what I'm saying. People might seem happy on the outside or whatever, but inside, man, this music entertainment, I know from firsthand, it will break you down and make you depressed, man, because you feel a lot of survivor's remorse as well, that you can't really do nothing for your people, because people don't understand. You had Mace come out and say, yo, Mace didn't make no money until like 2 years after being in the game, after he got his royalties off of when he came out with his first album. So you had Cam and all these other people around that's like, yo, what? Why he ain't breaking us off with his team? But they didn't know he was broke. Yeah, he had the rollie, he had the ice or whatever, that little, 50,000 on him or whatever, because as a rapper, they tell you have to look the part or whatever, but he was broke. People think he had M's at that time. He was broke. The M's didn't come in until like 2 years later. He was broke. So by that time, people thinking you got it, they're willing to rob you or set you up or put you in harm's way, and you might not survive to even get the M's. You might not even survive to get the M's. All right? So last but not least, just right now in November, we're going through this November 1st, Halloween basically night, or got the murder of Migos rapper Takeoff. Everybody knows Takeoff. Died from gunshot wounds to the neck and to the head over argument over a basketball game, a dice game, or whatever. Got heated. Everybody's seen the video. It's crazy, all these videos that come out, people videotaping. But if it helps the investigation without people saying, oh, I snitched or whatever, and that's what helps the investigation, get these other people off the streets so they don't do it to someone else, hey, I'm all for it, man. Yeah, man, everybody says he's one of the humblest out the group. Just, he shows up and shows out. No kids, he's 28, very young, man. And bullets don't got no name, man. Bullets don't got no name. I just told you guys, Jada Young and his father got hit. All right? Wavy Navy Pool, his sons or kids in the car could have got hit. But Takeoff, you just spraying bullets. People are drunk. People are high. They don't, they don't know who they're shooting at. It could have been any other people got hit as well. That all we talk about is Takeoff, because Takeoff is the only casualty, but other people got hit there, which is a sad thing, man. But when you listen to Takeoff music, it's guns, drugs, and that flashy lifestyle, and I know this is music could be a stepping stone, a way to get out, but once you get out, man, you can turn your life around and turn your family's life around to do something else, and that's why I do these. I don't do these to put the families in pain that might see my video, or this might be a viral video for me, I don't know, but I don't do these videos for people's fans to be down or depressed, or people's families to get depressed by what I'm saying. I'm just saying it hasn't really been lucrative for us. Yes, a lot of families are being taken care of off the hip-hop music. That could be doing something else, but we can be doing something else, man, building different cultures and different IT. IT is the way, real estate and different ventures that we can put people in instead of this music, murder, kill, get high lifestyle. It's time for some positive talk. Time for some health talk in your music. Time for some real estate investments in your music. And some people do it, like Money Man, Larry June, and all these, a couple of others, Payroll, Giovanni. These are the people that I listen to. But there gotta be more, you know. There gotta be more, man. It gotta be turned mainstream so people can get healthy again, man. Get off the lean, get off the oxys, get off the perks, you know, and live a better life, you know. But I kept you guys long enough. I'll come back with a video at another time. We're gonna do a book towards the end of the month or mid-December or something, and that's how we're gonna end the year, you know, with another episode. Probably do a couple more videos, but thank you guys for always subscribing, man, and tuning in. And I appreciate you guys, man. Eat healthy, man. Eat healthy. Have a great skin, man. You know, look your best at all times. You know, it's okay to spend money on a few material items if you work hard for it. Because when you look good, you feel good. You know what I mean? But you gotta give thanks to the Most High at all times. You feel me? So all my successful lions out there, stay up, stay shining, stay smiling, and shine on them, man. Shine on them. Till next time, peace.